Hello there, welcome to a Tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling-ding-dong that bell. It's Saturday morning, 7:30. We've got 3 men on site, soil being any time now. Same as yesterday, working on the fence and bit of filling to do. The chainsaw man will be in this morning if all goes according to plan. I'm going down to now to get some rice and grits and 1 or 2 bits and pieces. The Prince will be delivering tomorrow, so we don't have to carry all that stuff back. Yeah, that's about it. So as usual, I'll make 2 or 3 videos throughout the day and we'll get back to you shortly. It's 1:15. Not long been back from now with a full load on the truck, and there's a load coming tomorrow from Prince. Mostly we got today was rice and grits. I think we'd mung beans and brown sugar and white sugar. So we'd 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 sacks of different things on the truck, which is quite a weight on that little truck. But now we seem to be doing 2 to 3 bags of grits a week, 5 to 6 bags of rice a week. We don't make a full 30% profit on that, maybe 25%. But it's like gas. We're selling at least a crate of gas every week. We maybe only make 5-10 pesos on a gas bottle, a butane gas bottle. We make more on the rice, and then the water we're only making 5 pesos, I think, on a bottle of water. But they're all the things which people have every day, and if you're always in stock with them, they buy other things to go with it, of course. So it's a must thing to keep in stock, well, of everything, but rice and grits and gas in particular. A couple of interesting things happened this morning down to now. Pulled into Metro, go out the truck, and the rear offside tyre was missing. We picked up a nail, so we eventually found a place to repair the tyre, and I've got tubes in all the wheels, and he took the tube out, and the nail had holed it in 2-3 different places. And he says, "Oh, you need a new tube." And I thought, well, just patch it. "No, you need a new tube." So I said, okay. It turned out, when Jean explained to me what was going on, where we had the tube fitted initially, another tyre shop, they'd put an undersized tube in. So the tyre was always soft. They put 30 pounds pressure, 35 pounds pressure in it, whatever, and they got the reading on the gauge because the tube was full, but the tyre was still soft. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, in Metro I got a large barrow, or trolley as you call them, and Jean was filling it up to stuff for us and stuff for the sari shop. And I'm going round the corner, and the trolley leans over to the right. It didn't fall over, but I held it, it nearly fell over. And when I looked at the trolley, it only had 3 wheels on it. There was a wheel missing. But being the Philippines, I put it back in the trolley rack and away I went with it. So we gets to the checkout, and Jean's back in for a couple of bits and pieces she forgot. So being a foreign man, they got a lad to empty the trolley for me. And I'm stood there. James comes back, and I'm just about to go outside for a smoke. There's a big crash. The young lad emptying the trolley fell over on him. And there was stuff all over the floor. Now, both incidents, you know, it's the Philippines, so you can either get aggravated and upset about it or laugh at it, because it happens every week in the Philippines. These sort of nonsense things happen. Yeah, well, it amused me, so it made the shopping a little bit more pleasant. So it's 1:15, lunch hour's just finished, and we'll go and have a look what we've done today. We're still digging. I think that's about full, but it looks like it. So we're filling it up down here, raising it up down there. Now I just spoke to Win earlier on. He's got one panel there made up. The fitting panels at the top end here. And he reckons he'll finish this side by tonight. If they don't finish it, they'll be on the last panel. I don't know if it, oh, still a fair bit of rebar down there, and a few bits here. They're coming backwards on themselves. So they're fitting that panel, 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. There's a panel there, panel here. They're all made up as far as I know. So we're secure on the fence right up to the bottle storage now. So that'll be finished today, which is a big jump forward. There's no one working tomorrow, which surprised me. Win and Ramil aren't working tomorrow, which is good for me because it gives me a day off as such. Although I'm going down Compostela tomorrow to pick up soft drinks and bits and pieces off the market. But I can relax all afternoon. Jean is still stuck in the shop, of course. But her way of relaxing is counting the takings. So I'll leave this video there, and I'll do another one late afternoon, early evening. It's 4:45. The workmen are out the front, just being paid. They're squaring up the shop bills, and they'll be having a beer, no doubt. What I do, if they buy a beer, I'll give them a second one off me, and I'll go out the front, make a cup of tea, and I'll go out the front and have a sit with them. That's what we normally do on a Saturday. So we'll have a look what we've accomplished. At the end of the day, we've got a big hole. Yeah, plenty of rebar left. So what we're doing now is, because the budget is running out, we're doing work we've got either materials for or what's desperately needed to be done, or which is cheaply done. We're making them sort of decisions now, because from here on in the construction will still continue, but it'll be with profits from the sari shop mostly. The profits I've got to one side from the piggery I'll be hanging on to for restocking. So it'll be 3, 4, 5 months down the road before we have any more profits from the piggery. Maybe 2 months we'll get some profits from the hens if I buy point-of-lay pullets quicker than that. But it's all, what we've done so far has all got to come together now to provide the money for further progress. And that's how life is, you know, because you're in the Philippines, it doesn't alter that fact. You can only go as fast now as what the income will allow you to do. So if you have to shut down the site for 2-3 months to save up the money to carry on, then that's what we do. That's what I've done all my life. I've never had an endless supply of money. Even Donald Trump will have to pause in his business dealings all his life. Instead of building 3 high-rise buildings in New York, he's only ever been able to build the one, wait for 3 years to build the second one, I imagine. Unless he's got his own printing press, of course. So the fence we finished on this boundary. And when I say finished, all the ironwork's on top of the walls. We need to plaster up where we've chipped into the Rio bar. Make that good. Rust-proof all the railings, and then paint them black with metal paint. And when that's done, I think they'll look very good. We've decided we will use angle iron on the front fence. It will be a little bit more expensive, but that's the front of the road, so it'll be worthwhile making it a bit better. I've ordered off Shopee mosquito netting, bird netting, clips and fasteners for the netting. All that has arrived now this week. The netting came today, so we've got all the equipment on site to screen off the piggery and the hen house. We may have to order a little bit more of the mosquito netting, I think. We might be a bit short, but I've got a 100-metre roll of it. So I don't know when we'll start that. I'll let them carry on as they are next week to get worked up. Moving dirt and levelling off is just wages. I've got the ironwork on site to do this boundary fence. That's paid for. I think then after that we'll do the netting, because I want to get that piggery finished now and disinfectant cleaned out and everything else, and stood for 6 weeks or 2 months with nothing in it. And then we'll be on to concreting, which is wages, sand and gravel and cement. So that's not too expensive. So if I can keep going next month, October, and finish off these projects. I mean, the fence was the initial one, but get them finished and get them done with. And then with the next project after all that, when we get the pigs back in, up and running, and the chickens in, up and running, is then to start on the house. The permit for the house is in front of the mayor now, so he has to sign off on it. When he signs off on it, Jean will have to go down and see him, and then everything's in place to start. So even if I have to pause a little bit, October, November, hopefully by Christmas I'll have the posts set in the ground, and then into the new year I'll be going back to Australia in March. Hopefully we get the roof on by then. So yeah, there's still a lot to be done, and it's still an exciting thing for me to be doing in retirement. A big cost, what took a fair bit of money out of the budget, was drilling 2 wells. But they're essential, so I didn't have any qualms about spending the money on the water supply. Now, the piggery, we gambled and we got away with it. It turned sour in the end a little bit, but overall, from when we first got pigs into when we sold everything we could, it's been profitable. But now what we've got to do before we start again is make as many biosecurity implementations as we can. It's no guarantee. Doesn't matter what you do, you can still get disease in your shed. Now, I reckon, can't say for certain, but I reckon it all started at the heat of the dry spell. For some unexplained reason, we had a plague of fleas down here. I'd come walking down here and then go back up to the cabin, and Jean had been picking fleas, well, not hundreds, dozens of fleas off my back, or squirting with me with fly killer. And that was happening every day for maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks. And then just as quickly as they came, they disappeared. That was the first unusual thing. And then we had a plague of flies. Hundreds of thousands of flies. They're all over the place. All over the floor, all over the pigs. We got fly killer. That helped. And I reckon it was the flies that brought the disease in, because soon after the flies came, we started getting spotty pigs. And then they miraculously disappeared as well. After about 5 weeks, they hung around for a fair bit longer. And then it rained. And with the rain, mosquitoes became a problem. The electric fly killer there did the job in this shed with mosquitoes, with no problems up to the rain after the dry spell. And one night the drillers sleeping in this shed, which they'd been doing for weeks, and there was a brownout and the fly killer went off. And the fly killer's there, and they were sleeping at the far end. And 3 o'clock in the morning, they had to go home because they couldn't get any sleep with the mosquitoes. They were getting bitten to buggery. So the fly killer definitely worked on the mosquitoes. But with the rain came a lot of mosquitoes, and there were a lot of big black ones as well. And they go into the pigs. So I reckon it was flying insects which causes the problems, the disease. Whether it's swine flu or what, I don't think it's swine flu. My understanding of swine flu is it gets in the shed and within a week you lose everything. That didn't happen here. We managed to butcher and sell most of the pigs, although we did have losses. We had 7 losses in total, which is a big loss in profit. So we need to get mosquito netting up well. You never stop every flying insect getting in, but you can stop 99% of them, I would imagine. So that's a big job for us. And it all has to be done before we even think about buying more pigs, even if there's pigs on the market to buy. Because there's a shortage of pigs in this area now. Nobody has any. Yeah, so that's the conclusion for the week. We're not working tomorrow, so there'll be no video tomorrow. And we'll see you all again on Monday next week.